Today we are speaking to Kirsty and we're speaking to Stephen at the Construction Plant Association. Thank you guys so much for speaking to us. We wanted to find out a little bit about what it is that you guys do and then get sort of some of your insights into why guys might want to get into the construction industry, if at all.
It's not an industry that I'd ever thought about getting into. I wanted to be a hairdresser. Clearly didn't work. But there's so much opportunity and we need to encourage young people to get into the industry. I mean, you want to be a tower crane installer, you want to be a digger operator, or you can go into the higher control side, go up to management, go into training people, you know, just going on to the future. I can't think of a better industry to be in.
It's a fantastic industry. Meet loads of interesting people, most of the time, yourself included. But yeah,
Myself included.
Yourself included. So yeah, so it's very good. And in the last number of years, I've been involved with the Construction Plant Association. Just recently taken over their position as chief executive. Fantastic. And it's all about giving a bit back to the industry and trying to encourage more people into the industry. One
thing that I like to stress to our candidates a lot is that it is really important that you never become complacent in any sort of construction environment. Absolutely, you know, this common sense, you know, is absolutely essential. Complacency, no place for it at all. Tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing to make the industry safer for people.
We provide forums, we call them interest groups, where, you know, in lifting we have crane hoist group, tower crane interest group, crane interest group, where people can meet and discuss common problems to try and find solutions to industry-wide problems. The HSE sit in those meetings, there's no fear. The Health and Safety Executive, there's no fear. We're just trying to all do our best so that we can stop things reoccurring. Often what you find within companies is people think, oh, it's only us that have these problems, or it could be our operatives that let us down, or it could be our machinery, and then they find out it's a common problem so they can find common solutions. Yeah, it's first class.
What's the best thing someone can do to get qualified and, more importantly, get into work in a lifting career?
It would be so much more helpful if the schools would recognise kids like you and I at 16 and just not keep them at school for the extra 2 years, or if they are going to keep them at school for the extra 2 years, try and find, you know, something that can actually help them with a career in our industry. There's plenty of practical things that the schools can offer vocationally now out with the school gates if they really feel they need to keep the child there. What we can do is offer a safe working environment for them to come into and learn, whether that be on the work site or in the workshop or even in the offices, just to get a feel for the industry. For me it was fantastic, and you know, for you obviously likewise.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that would be a great start. And also just encourage them that it's not the dead-end job that maybe people would like to have portrayed it to be in the 50s, 60s, 70s. It's quite the opposite. You mentioned earlier on, you can make a really good living at it. You can make a good career at it. You can run your own business out of it if you feel so minded.
100%. Sorry to cut you off there.
Training.
Absolutely. One that you actually sort of got me onto a point I'm quite passionate about. I like to stress to people, you know, and I don't say this lightly because this is something that requires, you know, 5-10 years at least on the job. But I mean, the number of people earning over 6 figures in construction is probably higher than most industries. Would you agree with that?
I would say so now. It also depends whereabouts in the country you're based. But yeah, absolutely. Whereas
project management for some of the London's top companies, it's fantastic,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it gives us a great grounding for that, because you have to have an overall knowledge of what's going on round about you to be able to do any lifting operations. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
So Kirsty, coming back to you, tell me a little bit, what's the most rewarding part of being in a construction career?
Being part of the backbone of Britain and building things. I mean, you know, as a supplier of the equipment, we not necessarily building it itself, but we're being part of it. And then you see these amazing constructions and all these skyscrapers they build these days, you know, much different to how it once was, you know, with a few bits of brick and mortar going up.
Guys, yeah, thank you so much for your time, and yeah, I'm sure we'll see you over the next few days.
Welcome to see you as an associate member.
Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, give us a call on the number below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.